Welcome to the FieldHouse.
You know who? Sorry, well, it doesn't matter. You know who Joey Diaz is?
Yeah, I think
He's
so.
like the bigger guy that's always on Joe Rogan.
Yeah.
Has like the Jersey accent.
Yeah.
I was listening to
Big
him and
Italian
Joe
guy.
Rogan. Yeah, I was listening the other day, and he's a big dude. I'm sure he's got health problems, but he was breathing right, not my. He was like, and it was tearing my nerves up.
It's the nose is the worst when they
Yeah,
just
you
sit
gotta-
here and the nose blows straight down on the mic.
You gotta find your spot. People don't realize how hard podcasting is because like it's hard. You gotta because if I'm right here, I'm too close, but if I'm
That
back
was
here,
very
I'm too
close.
far. So you gotta, and right here, you can have my breath, but you gotta kind of find it. Sometimes you gotta blow.
And then you get too excited, and then you find yourself like having to hold your breath back as you're talking.
And then there was times where I didn't have a stand; I had to hold it. And then when I would go to look at my paper, I would look this way, but I wouldn't go to the mic with me, so you couldn't hear me. Here we go. New week. Football season's officially over. It's officially been over for 2 weeks now, though, hasn't it?
Yeah.
But this weekend hit because there was nothing on besides golf and college basketball, and then the All-Star weekend for the NBA, which was absolutely horrible.
I want to get your takes on that.
I didn't watch the dunk contest.
I didn't either, but
I
I rewatched it the next day.
Yeah, I saw some highlights that really wasn't highlights. They were just missing dunks.
Yeah.
All I needed to see though was the side by side of Shaquille O'Neal at like the 2000 maybe.
Yeah. With the camcorder.
Yeah, and then it was him this year watching it, and he looked miserable.
Even the dunks that they missed weren't like show-stopping dunks, you know?
Yeah, and that's the thing with the dunk contest is it's hard to kind of come up with something new for that. Because I feel like, you
just got to put big names in it. Like, all right, they always say like, oh, they don't want to get hurt, but like name one person that's got severely injured from a dunk contest. I've never seen that happen.
I don't know. It's the 3-point. Did Steph win who won the 3-point contest?
Karl Anthony Towns did. Big boy.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh gosh. See, something like that, it's obviously a little bit harder. So, but the dunk, I don't know. The last good dunk contest was who? Gordon and Levine.
Yeah. It's 2016, I think.
John Morant would have done a good job, I think.
Oh yeah. If he wasn't in the All-Star game itself, he probably would have.
Yeah, I think he's our next winner, but he's probably going to be in the All-Star game from here on out. So
yeah,
I don't know though. I can see why a lot of people are like, "This is stupid," but then again, put yourself in their shoes. You got to come up with something that's been going on for 30 years, maybe,
or maybe put like major money on the line. And if like injury is your biggest thing, then like make it a shorter round. Do like 2 rounds, like not elimination rounds or something. Like come up with your best dunk that you've got. You only get 2 chances.
Mm-hmm.
Make it like that. There's less chance of injury. Put money on the line. Something to spice it up.
Yeah, they can spice it up, and they're gonna have to do that.
Thing about these All-Star games and like Pro Bowls, what gets me is like the games themselves is like the whole week turns into like a celebration rather than a competition.
Yeah,
it should be a competition. Like this is the best of this year.
Yeah,
let's see some competition, but I don't think it'll ever change.
Like I want to see rivalries. I want to see
like was it back in the golden days?
Yeah, like I want to see like Kobe and Michael Jordan.
Exactly.
Like Michael Jordan and Kobe, they wanted to win the game. Like they wanted to go all out and win the game, and we don't see that much now. It's all about I don't even want to call it stats because it doesn't count, but it's just putting on a show, I guess. And I don't know. Like Steph Curry was throwing up shots and making shots that were ridiculous, but nobody was playing defense. Like
it's an alien.
I don't mean to say I can get out there and do that because I can't, but if I had his resources and abilities, I could, But I don't know. I didn't watch any of it. I was going to peek the game itself for a little bit, but Twitter does enough for me. Like something
the whole
like that.
thing's on there. Yeah.
Yeah. It's, just reading stuff and going at it. I don't know. Where was it at? Cleveland?
Yeah.
I did my favorite. I did see a clip. It was Michael Jordan. He like snuck up and like grabbed Luka.
Yeah.
And Karl Anthony Towns came and like tried to shake his hand, and the look that Michael Jordan gave him was like, "Who are you?" It was just the funniest. I don't know. It was his facial expression was funny, but he like loved Luka.
Do you see the Kevin Garnett reaction when Ray Allen walked by and she didn't even
Yes.
dap him up, dapped up LeBron?
No reaction. Didn't even
Awesome.
didn't even blink. Just stone cold.
Holds his head.
He's goated. I was too young to really, and I still to this day. I mean, if I wanted to look into it, I could, but I don't know what happened with all that. Like, because I remember when they were on the Celtics together, I was a huge Celtics fan because I loved Kevin Garnett growing up. So, like, I was following him. And then when all that failed, I really didn't keep up with off-season type stuff then. So, like, I really don't know what all happened.
Yeah, I don't either.
I'm sure I could dig it up. Yeah. But I don't know. I was hearing crazy stories about Ray Allen on some show the other day. He was going into his third year with the Celtics, or maybe it was the second year. And he was already pretty ice cold shooting the ball. And he tweaked one thing in his shot, and it made him even better. It's like, can you imagine like getting better when you're already like the shooter?
The best, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. But I'm not into all-star stuff anymore. I was for a while. I'm just not into it anymore. One thing I do like is the celebrity, is it softball during MLB All-Star Week? Like the celebrities play like a game of softball.
And then they have the celebrity basketball game.
Yeah. I guess sort of about like something like that where they're not that good.
That was good. My Peloton instructor won MVP.
Really?
Yeah, Alex Toussaint.
Is he stud. Is he the homosexual guy?
No.
The homosexual. You know who the homosexual guy is?
Cody something.
Yeah, dude, he cracks me up. When he pops up on my TikTok page, dude. He's always going at it. The Peloton instructors are now in the All-Star.
He was balling. He had some moves.
I guess if you think about it, Peloton took over the COVID world. Like they
apparently they're struggling now.
Yeah, they're struggling now. I heard they let go a lot of people, but I don't know. I mean, do you like your Peloton?
Love it.
I need to get me one. I'm a big stair stepper guy now. I couldn't last maybe 5-6 minutes on a stair stepper. Now I try to push myself to a full 30, and it has changed the game of going upstairs in everyday life now. Like now I'm not even out of breath.
Yeah, it's the one thing that got me the most out of all the cardio. Like that thing gets you going. Yeah.
And now like used to, I could get on the treadmill, a little incline, speed like 3.5. Not it's a kind of a fast walk. And then now, like, that's pretty much my cool down. Like, I can feel my body temperature coming down. The stair stepper does great work. All right, what's on the menu? Really, right now, we're in that weird time. We're not even in the weird time right now. We're in the weird time if you're a football person, but the weird time comes in what, April or May, when you don't have nothing. So I think we're about 2 weeks away from the conference tournaments for college basketball. And that's one of my favorite times of the year. I love the college conference games. I think the SEC starts March 9th. So they're all going to be kicking off around then. I have some odds. We'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, I got the AAC on there too. Just to kind of, and this is coming from this week. So I guess as of February 23rd, 24th, 25th. Who are the favorites to win it? And it's all pretty much close. Pac-12 is not close at all. And the ACC, which is kind of shocking. I guess North Carolina's not good anymore. I don't know. I haven't really kept up with much ACC just because of, besides Duke and Coach K's farewell tour, there's not much going on. So going down the list, we have in the American Athletic, it's Houston. They play Memphis is on a hot streak right now. I think they play Memphis next weekend. They actually recently played them again, so we'll see how that goes. That conference is kind of interesting because I think that one's up for grabs pretty much. But Houston looks pretty good. I don't know if they'll go far in the tournament.
You know who I love out of this conference?
Who?
Wichita State.
Are
Not
they in the
necessarily,
AFC?
not necessarily this year, but every year I feel like they
Yeah.
just make a run for it, and I love it.
Their coach recently went somewhere, didn't he?
I have no idea.
Remember, he had like the black glasses, kind of like the slick back looking at, almost like a serial killer. I'm not sure. But yeah, they are always pretty much in there. I don't know if they're doing good this year or not.
They're 4-8.
Ooh, poor guys.
Well, in the conference they're 4-8. They're 13-11 altogether.
Oh, so I'm guessing they just play basketball in the AC, maybe. I'm not sure. SMU's 10-3. Overall, I'm looking overall 19-6. Still pretty good. Memphis sitting at 15-9. Memphis been playing pretty good ever since Penny went on a spill on the media and stuff. Like I said, ACC. It looks like it's going to be Duke.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. Like I said, North Carolina's not good this year. I'm trying to think of other teams. Notre Dame plays basketball with them, don't they?
Yeah,
they're second. I think they're sitting at 12-4.
So what's funny is like we say North Carolina's not good this year, but they're 20-8.
Yeah,
and like who'd you say Notre Dame? Notre Dame's 19-8.
Yeah, they're 19-8, 12-4 in the conference. Yeah, North Carolina, I guess, and that's surprising to me that they're minus 1,000, like they're favored that heavily.
Yeah.
Did he got Miami and then Wake Forest? I don't know. I mean, I can see Duke losing Notre Dame or North Carolina. Tournament, you never know. Duke's going to make the tournament no matter what. I'm actually cheering for Duke because I have a future on them. Coach K's last year, you never know what's going to happen. Big Ten is Purdue at minus 180. Again, the Big Ten, you got Purdue, you have Ohio State. I just don't see. I'm trying to think of another Big Ten team who can sneak in there without causing complete chaos. Wisconsin. Sorry, because they're up for grabs. Because I also forgot about Illinois is good this year. I think Illinois upset Wisconsin earlier in the year. A team that I see 16-10, 10-6 in the Big Ten, and I see on Twitter some that they've been winning some big games is the Rutgers. So that's a team to look at kind of in the Big Ten, just depending on what happens. Other than that, Michigan, I had a future on. I had two futures. It was Michigan and Duke. Because Michigan, I know early in the season they had a lot of hype around them. They had a pretty good start in 5. Well, they're now 8-7 in the Big Ten and 14-11. We'll talk about Michigan some more in a little bit with their drama. Okay, Big 12, Kansas. Obviously, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Baylor's also pretty good sitting up there. I like Texas Tech too. Texas Tech, can always make a run in the tournament, so maybe they can pull it off here. Baylor and Texas Tech are both 11-4 in the conference play. Kansas sitting at 12-2. Other than that, I've seen Oklahoma State play a little bit. Texas kind of can win some games, but to me, if I had to pick a winner for the Big 12, I think Texas Tech or Kansas. And we'll go through. We can predict some winners in just a minute too. Pac-12, I don't see anybody except Arizona winning this. I think Arizona could win it all, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Pretty good team. Sitting at 14-1 in the conference, 24-2 total. USC and UCLA are still up there at 12-4 in the conference. So I don't know. I think Arizona, man, they're pretty good. I don't think basketball is weird because it's like football. Like you don't play competition all year, then you get into like the big games and you start playing some competition, and you don't look as good. That's what Arizona's doing right now, but they're still a pretty good basketball team. Like, basketball is, basketball.
That's the thing is like it's not really like there's not really a best team. It's like whoever shot is on that day is going to be winning the game.
You just got to be on. It's all about who's on. The SEC, Auburn is the favorite right now. You have Auburn. You have Kentucky. I don't know.
I mean, Arkansas is right there.
Arkansas is right there. Kentucky has a guy, and I'm not going to be able to think of his name right now, but he was out against Tennessee. And when he's out, they don't know what to do on offense. So, that could play a part. Auburn was on like what, a 14-game win streak there for a little bit, 10-game, 11-game, and they've started to struggle. They're still winning, obviously, but they've struggled. I like Arkansas a lot. They play pretty fast. I like that. The SEC, it's up for grabs. I think any of those top 5 teams can end up winning it. Because Auburn obviously is the better team, but when they slack up some. I don't know.
Yeah.
But who do you if you had to pick a winner for the SEC, who are you taking right now? And we'll go back up the list of picking winners.
I'll take Auburn. If I had to put money on it, I'd put Auburn. Yeah,
I like Auburn too. I'm gonna go Auburn just because the odds aren't great, so you can still get a good little payout. Pac-12, I'm going Arizona.
Yeah, I like Arizona too.
There's just not much going on in there.
I mean, 24-2. Come on.
Yeah. Big 12. I'm actually going to go Texas Tech to win the conference tournament now. I think
the whole thing.
Not the whole thing, but I think Texas Tech can squeak by and win the conference tournament. I don't know.
I like Baylor.
I like Baylor too. I mean, if I had to, I don't know. I got to see where the conference tournament is. I don't know where they play theirs at. SEC's is in Tampa this year. It's just been in Nashville. I don't know why they moved it, but they did. I like Texas Tech Big 12. Moving up to Big 10. Yikes. This one's kind of tough. If I shoot, I'm gonna go Wisconsin.
I was leaning Wisconsin, but I'm gonna go with the Boilermakers.
Okay. That one's up for grab too, I think. Like I said, 1, 2, 3, 4. Maybe Rutgers could get in there and freaking upset some people.
There's always gonna be one team that just comes out of nowhere.
Yeah. They'll come out of nowhere and they'll like squeeze a spot. They'll be at a playing game for the March Madness tournament and somehow, kind of steadily row. ACC. Oh, I'm going to go Duke just because I got a future on them.
You have to.
I'm going to go Duke.
It's always Duke.
It was always Duke. Coach K's last year. It's their destiny to win this tournament. Destiny. I just hope to have good, colorful hair like Coach K when I'm his age. Huh. I didn't realize how long he had been coaching. He's been coaching for a very long time.
All of our life.
Yeah. I think even probably under somebody else's lifetime too.
Yeah.
Very old. Very black hair too. It's spectacular to watch. AAC, since we talked about it. Oh. I'm going to go Houston. They played in a tight game against SMU not too long ago, so it's right there. But I'm going to go Houston just for that. I don't know.
Give me SMU.
As you like SMU. Yeah. I think one of those teams will win it because after that, it's a big gap. Then it's Memphis. So you know how it goes. These things are always fun to watch. Remember when the Big East tournament was good?
Mm-hmm.
Like you had Villanova, Connecticut, Marquette, Georgetown. Remember Georgetown in their conference right now.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Providence is 22-3.
12-2 in the conference too.
Wow. I want me a team to look. But that's one of my favorite things about like college basketball was like it was always Providence. They come out with like that like kind of a scary mascot. I mean, what is their mascot? I'm not even sure what their mascot is, but it's like the Grim Reaper. I'm not even sure if that's like their actual mascot, but it was always like, because they had like the black and gray. What is a friar?
I don't know.
It shows a dog in the picture.
I don't know.
Oh, here we go. Friar Dom was born from the ashes of a dead Dalmatian. That's pretty much all you need to know. Okay.
Thank you.
So it's a person born from the ashes of a dead Dalmatian. Okay. That's not what the logo looks like, but I always thought it was what's it called? The Grim Reaper.
The more you know.
The more you know. That's the. Can you see it?
Yeah.
Born from the ashes of a dead Dalmatian. That is a very, that's very, very dark. Yeah. Honestly, I'm about to order me a Providence hat. That's what I'm about to do.
Who finds that and is like, wow, that is the name of this team. That is what we will embody.
Because they're in Rhode Island, are they not?
Yeah,
they're in Rhode Island. I know that from Family Guy, believe it or not. Yeah, Providence, Rhode Island. It's a Catholic university. That's very dark for a Catholic university.
We will rise from the Dalmatians.
I might get my master's there. I don't know. That's our fact of the night. That's born from a Dalmatian. Okay. So a lot of basketball will be played, and then before you know it, I think we're 3.5 weeks away from the actual tournament. So start building up your accounts now. I'm not going to give any future picks for this weekend. We'll wait till the day of to tweet the picks because basketball is ridiculous. I got screwed by the Knicks a couple weeks ago or last week. Let's put sports betting aside and let's talk about the football news because I thought this was pretty big. So the XFL is going to team up with the NFL, and the XFL is now going to test out new rules, equipment, and officiating for the NFL to, I guess, do a trial run. Out of all the football leagues that have tried, and obviously the XFL is still one of them. You know, they died. They came back. I think this is a really good future for the XFL. You're looking at something that every other league needed to do, and that was team up with the NFL. To do this particularly. Like, I remember, what was the one with the Memphis Express?
AAF, the American Alliance Football League or whatever.
Their idea was pretty good. The whole social media technology standpoint, where like there's an app you can get and like you can keep up with the players.
Oh yeah.
All that. Remember that?
Yeah.
All that was a good idea. Obviously, it came back to bite them in the butt. They went bankrupt because of all that technology stuff. But I think with The Rock, obviously with his ties and his power, he did the right thing here. So now we get to see, I don't know, some of these rules that the NFL wants to implement, whether it's like an overtime rule or the quarterback. Like, there's a whole bunch of stuff they can do with this.
Yeah, I don't really know how I feel about it because it's like it's not a minor league to the NFL, but they're like, here, you try out everything, and if it doesn't work, it's on you. If it does work, we're stealing it. So it's like it's kind of putting the XFL in a weird spot, but I hope the XFL gets the credit that it deserves when it does have those things that the NFL will take.
Yeah, and it needs two things. It needs funding for the NFL, which I think with a partnership like this, you got to give something. And then I think obviously with the credibility, but that's the whole issue is there's not a minor league to it. That's why they keep failing. But if you look at a lot of these minor league teams around the country, there's a lot. And a lot of them, I don't know how they keep the doors open when it comes to money. I mean, it's obviously you have some like the Redbirds I think the Redbirds do a pretty good job. Who else? Like the Durham Bulls. I mean, you go to some places and, you know, their minor league teams are pretty successful, but I don't know. Maybe they can do something to where like, hey, you didn't make the practice squad, So we're going to send you to here or there or wherever for like the XFL. And maybe with this, it could become that to where each city, I guess, each NFL city has an XFL team and they do this. But
I guess that's probably the long goal, because they came out and said that, like, no, we're not partnering, as in, like, we're saying it's not a developmental league for the NFL.
Yeah.
I've already came out and said that, but I wish that's what they would work towards. Hopefully that's the long goal. It's basically like a test dummy league right now. It's like you try out everything. If it works, we'll take it. Which they've already been doing. They took the Skycam from the XFL, and I'm sure they're going to take the Xbox controller replay that they had last year. They'll probably take that this year.
Mm-hmm.
I'm excited to see, like, because I was a big fan of the XFL, 2 years ago or 3 years ago, last time they had it.
The XFL, yes. I think I'm getting my years mixed up.
No, we had the
last year. It was the COVID year. Yeah.
That was actually a very good league. Like, I was entertained by it, and now that we're adding The Rock to it, like, I feel like it's going to be very good.
Yeah. He obviously came out and did a pretty good marketing scheme, got new teams and logos, whatever the case may be. But yeah, I think maybe that is a long goal, because I think you can do it with the amount of players that don't make an NFL practice squad or team. And what do? They either go to the Canadian Football League or they
sell insurance.
Sell insurance. Become a high school coach. But I mean, this can obviously, I think this is a good start for them. Because there's been so many leagues that just fail. And, when the XFL was like a wrestling thing back in early 2000s, they had a pretty good fan base.
Yeah, big time.
Because of the stuff they got to do there was absolutely ridiculous. But I think if we take it serious, and I think they can do it. I guess right along with that, you have the USFL, United States Football League.
Yeah.
They
just
had
their draft. Yeah.
Man, it's an Ole Miss league almost.
It is.
I forgot about Shea Patterson until I realized he was the first pick of the USFL draft. I was like, holy cow.
Go ahead and say second pick of the USFL draft, Jordan Ta'amu.
Yeah.
And then you got Trey Elston got drafted, Quincy Attaboy Joe. There's a couple other ones too.
Memphis had a lot of players on there too.
Brady, White, was that the quarterback's name? He got drafted.
Lynch.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't see that one.
First round.
Nice.
There was another player today got drafted. Oh, Magnifico. He played tight end maybe for the Memphis last year.
Yeah. He was very good.
Yeah, he got drafted. A lot of players. So maybe
nice. That's a lot of big names.
Yeah.
Those are XFL type names.
So, and that's the thing. I wonder if when the XFL starts, what's going to happen? Who they going to get? Because the USFL, I didn't realize that was a thing until one day I was just on Twitter and bam, here they are. I was like, oh, so I followed them obviously, and Jeff Fisher's one of their coaches. Yeah. I always forget his dadgum name. Kevin Sumlin. That's who it is. Yeah. Kevin Sumlin, the coach at Texas Tech. So yeah. So
I'll be watching.
I'd watch it. I mean, it's not good football. It's not what you get on NFL, or it's not what you get on Sundays, and not what you get mostly on Saturdays too. But it's football.
It's football. It's football. The more football, the better.
I agree. I was a big
think of it as like 1 year after college. It's just an extra year of college football.
Yeah, it's just getting some. It's like tutoring, getting some extra work.
Get your reps in.
Because I'm sure that I have to go back and look at the actual draft. But Paxton Lynch was on the NFL roster. Did Shea Patterson play NFL football at all? Didn't get drafted. I don't even know.
He did. He was like last round practice squad or something for somebody.
Pretty much after he transferred to Michigan, had the Michigan career, it was just kind of over for him. But it's football. It's exciting. And they start very soon, don't they?
Yeah, it starts 2022. XFL is 2023.
So the XFL starts next year. Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, maybe I think them not starting the same time as the USFL is going to be a good thing for them in the long run. But no, you can, if you go on Twitter and you search USFL, it literally has like the rosters and everything. I'm trying to look at some of these rosters. I don't know. I looked at like it showed some of their teams, and I mean there was mostly a lot of big teams, but it was a lot of smaller names too. But it's gonna be fun to watch. I'm trying to figure out when their first game is. It begins in April, so
Nice.
So it's in a month or so.
Dang, they ain't got no time to practice.
No,
they just got drafted.
Let's look at their teams real quick. You have the Birmingham Stallions, the Houston Gamblers, Tampa Bay Bandits, New Orleans Breakers, Michigan Panthers, New Jersey Generals, Pittsburgh Maulers, and Philadelphia Stars.
Okay.
Jeff Fisher is I think Jeff Fisher's with the Panthers.
Is that the Michigan team?
Yes.
That's who had Shea Patterson?
Yes. It's based out of Birmingham, Alabama, too, which is odd.
Okay.
Oh, there we go. USFL starts in April. Jerseys, they released their jerseys, and not bad. Not bad, I guess. We'll see. Maybe I'm trying to figure out who that is. Those are some fresh helmets. We'll see. I haven't seen like anything because I feel like the AAF, their big thing was the whole technology thing.
And then you had the fan-controlled league that came in after that, which was the fans call the plays. Johnny Manziel was on that. It was like arena football. That didn't do very well.
Yeah. I do remember that. So I don't know what this USFL. I don't know what their marketing scheme is. I'm not sure.
Probably just a smaller version of the XFL.
Yeah, I guess so. It's not, doesn't tell you much. A lot of people, you could tell a lot of the pictures are from like the AAF and the XFL and all that. Just guys want to play some football. Yeah, Michigan Panthers drafted Joseph Magnifico, tight end. There you go. He's gonna be with Jeff Fisher, I think. All right. Well, we'll tweet out some picks this week. Look for them probably, what's today? Look for them probably Friday and Saturday. That's when we start getting, because I think college basketball, they only got like 5 games left, which is kind of crazy to think about.
That's wild.
Yeah, because they play 2 games a week probably, but I guess 2. Yeah. But 5 games left, and then we'll get into some NBA, and then I wonder if we can bet on USFL. I'm sure we can.
I'm sure you could.
FanDuel might have something. Or somebody will have it. There's nothing like laying a big old bet down to get people you've never watched play football before. That's only practice for a month.
Literally.
Maybe bet the under. That's just me.
Most definitely.
Then it's probably over under first game 16.5.
Like how do you those odd makers? How do you come up with lines for that? Like
I don't know. Maybe you wait for the first game and then go for it. But I'll say go for it. I'll say give me a 17.5 point over under for one of the games, and we'll play from there. Anything else, Smitty?
What do you think about this Jawan Howard slap to the face?
Yes. I forgot to go back and talk about that. He's got to be fired.
You got to have some real confidence in your job to pull something like that.
Yeah, and I get it. He graduated from Michigan, played for the Fab Five there.
What was the end goal though? Because like it wasn't a punt, it wasn't like a knockout punch.
No.
It wasn't like a I got you. It was like a let me just wipe your face with my fingers real quick.
So if I'm right, I just saw some stuff. So basically, Michigan, who won the game? Let me go look real quick.
Not Michigan, right?
So Wisconsin. Okay, so Michigan. Michigan
they called a timeout or something when he didn't want to.
So somebody was running full court press, and the other with their backups, and the other team called a timeout, I guess. So I think Wisconsin with their backups running a full court press, whatever. Michigan called a timeout, a few seconds left. made people mad. I don't know. And then obviously they go to shake hands, and Jawan Howard trying to walk off. The Michigan coach kind of has his hand on his abdomen area and kind of, pushes him. Words were said, fingers were flying in faces, and things got escalated. And then Jawan Howard throws a slap. There were punches thrown. I saw some players throwing haymakers. And then somebody gave the suck it hand symbol. Greg Hardy, what's his name? Somebody gave that symbol. It
wasn't even the head coach that he slapped. It was like some assistant. So he must have said something.
I don't know. I think as a head coach, you have to have some type of maturity and
can't do that if you're
level-headed. I don't know, but I'm not sure what was said or who touched who first or who punched who first, but you got a 5-game suspension, which is pretty much the rest of the season, obviously. So he'll coach in the conference tournament probably, and I don't know, man. You got to get fired. I don't know. I just don't. I think as a coach, as a leader, you can't pull stuff like that.
Because if you're a player and you see your coach do that, it's you drop them. And you're like, all right, it's game on. Like, that's our coach.
I mean, that's our coach. Yeah, it'll pump you up, or you're like, maybe I can do whatever I want now. I don't know. I mean, like I said, I put a future down on them, so I have faith in them, and they hadn't shown me nothing.
Mm-mm. Just save it for after the game. Like, there's no need. No need.
And then Izzo, the Michigan State coach, they asked him, should we take away, because somebody wanted to take away the handshakes after the game, and he had a perfect answer: respect the game, respect each other. Respecting the game, I think, is big. I always look back to what was the guy from Korea that won the Masters?
Hideki Matsuyama?
Maybe a couple years ago, like recently.
Yeah.
Was it last year?
Yeah.
Yeah. And his caddy turned around and bowed down to the course. Like, that's respecting the game. I almost bought a shirt because I was like,
yeah. Barstool made a fresh shirt for that.
Like, you got to respect the game. And if you can't have the mental capability, that's a big 2 words right there, mental capability to walk in a straight line and just nod or
be the bigger person,
fist bump or whatever the case may be, and get to your locker room, then you don't need to be in that position. Look up his salary. How much is he getting paid? Because I swear to God, if
Michigan, dude, there's no telling.
Because big name. I mean, he coached with who? He coached with the Heat for a while. He was like an assistant analyst.
Yeah, he played in the league.
He played in the league for the Heat, I think. And, he was a part of the 5-5 from Michigan. So went back there. Okay, that's not right. It was 2013. So I get it. Like, you have that pull or whatever, but you got to be able to do that. I don't know. It's not pulling. It says 214 in 2013. It's not. Look at 2020. Okay, it just doesn't want to tell me. Maybe it's doing this from purpose because it make me mad. But anyways, yes, if you can't do it, then you shouldn't be in that position. No, it's not showing me. But no, I was, because I'm not sure what happened. I just saw a video and I was like, God, what happened? And then, especially if it is over, they're still running a full court trap. But if their backups are in, like, let the backups play some basketball.
Don't get mad over that.
Yeah, like, they're, some of them deserve to play legit for a minute, just like the other guys get to play legit for the whole game. And if you call timeout, whatever, like, who cares? Like, I've never been, like, the whole sportsmanship thing during a game, it goes both ways. But if you have your backups in, who really cares? Like, obviously, if you got your starters in, you're running, full on cherry picking all that, obviously. But I don't know. Basketball players are so soft. I'm here to say it. They're soft.
Did you see I forgot what team it was, but the coach that got a tech and then turned around and tried to pump up the crowd and then got another tech and got a
last night.
What the heck was that?
Like, how do you get a text from pumping up the crowd? Can you not do that as a coach?
Come on. I guess because he pumped him up because he got a technical.
Who knows, dude? Everything's just so soft. It pumped me up. I was actually watching that game because somebody, I think it was Big Cat. He said game of the night, UConn -2. I think UConn ended up winning by 2 or something like that. But no, that pumped me up. And I saw where he got that tech. I was like, what? Oh,
crazy, man. Crazy world we live in.
Crazy world, crazy rules and games nowadays. My Lord. Oh, well. Anything else? I'm going to leave you with this. Whatever you do in life, do it the good way. We'll see y'all next week.